A proposal to hike electricity rates drew hundreds of protesters to downtown Montreal today. The Marois government wants the Energy Board to approve an increase that averages 5.8%. Pierre-Luc Gagnon reports.
Hydro-Quebec's chairman Pierre-Carl Pelado found himself surrounded by protesters angry about proposed rate hikes, a message they'd been delivering all afternoon in a downtown protest. They came from all corners of Quebec to make noise about higher rates. Union members, social housing groups, student groups, feminist groups, all saying no to the government plan.
They didn't need to increase it because Quebec is already producing more electricity than it needs to.
During its last quarter, Hydro-Quebec recorded profits of $464 million, 20% more than the year before. Economics professor Fred Jones says like the Liberals did before them, the PQ government is counting on that money to pay off the deficit.
Instead of altering taxes, they get money through Hydro-Quebec because the surplus is owned by Quebec, the government.
But the protesters here say that's not what Hydro-Quebec stands for.
René Lévesque must be turning in his grave. The whole idea of Hydro-Quebec was to help citizens with small hydro bills.
In 2000, Lucien Bouchard's PQ government created the Heritage Pool, a set amount of electricity at a fixed rate. For 2013, that pool should cover 95% of Quebecers' electricity needs. But now, Marois' government is asking the Energy Board to lift the freeze on the Heritage Pool. Protesters today promise to be back on the street if the government doesn't back down on April's rate increase. For small apartments, that increase would mean $85 more per year. Many fear it's the poorest who will end up suffering from that.
The people that are impoverished are mostly in dwellings that are not really well isolated, so it's cost them a lot more in electricity.
Châteauneuf also fears unless it's stopped, this round of increase will be the beginning of a yearly tradition. Pierre-Luc Gagnon, CBC News, Montreal.